If you stand in the center of Budapest, your eyes are immediately drawn upward. St. Stephen's Basilica dominates the capital's skyline, appearing as a calm, permanent fixture that has watched over the city for centuries. Its height is a matter of strict engineering. This diagram shows the basilica reaching exactly 96 meters, the same height as the Hungarian Parliament building on the opposite side of the city. This matching 96-meter height is a requirement of local law, designed to create a skyline that balances the authority of the state with the spiritual power of the church. But that sense of calm is a carefully constructed image. The building's stillness hides a century of architectural collapse and the story of a relic that spent 1,000 years in exile. St. Stephen's shows that a monument's strength comes from the disasters it outlived. The project began in 1851 under Joseph Hild. He envisioned a cathedral in the rigid, orderly, classicist style of the era, and for 17 years the stone walls climbed higher according to his plans. Then, in 1868, the materials failed completely. Faulty stones and design errors caused the central dome to fracture. In seconds, the entire structure collapsed inward, leaving only a mountain of rubble. To salvage the ruins, the city turned to Miklós Jebel, the most celebrated architect in Hungary. He was tasked with correcting the structural flaws that had destroyed Hild's work. Jebel reinterpreted the original classicist foundation, layering in a neo-Renaissance design that was both more stable and more ornate than the original vision. By the time the building was consecrated in 1905, it featured the most lavish interior in Budapest: red marble columns, 22-karat gold accents, and a dome rising 96 meters above the floor. The grandeur of the interior is a direct result of that initial failure. The collapse forced a redesign that was more ambitious than the building was ever intended. Inside a dedicated chapel near the altar sits the building's spiritual centerpiece, the Szent Jobb, or Holy Right Hand. It is the mummified right hand of the man the building is named after. King St. Stephen was Hungary's founding monarch. After his death in 1038, his remains became targets for desecration during periods of political unrest. To protect the body, clergy moved it to a secret crypt. During that move, the right hand was separated and taken to the treasury, but it was later stolen by a monk who hid it on his private estate. That was the start of a 1,000-year journey. The hand was moved across borders to escape the Mongol invasions and later the Ottoman occupation, eventually ending up in the hands of monks in modern-day Dubrovnik. In 1771, Empress Maria Theresa negotiated the relic's return, bringing it back to Buda to be cared for by the Sisters of Loreto. During the final days of the Second World War, it was smuggled out of the country once more and hidden in an Austrian cave to prevent it from being lost in the combat. It was finally returned to the city in 1945 and placed inside the newly completed basilica, secured within a double-glass shrine. The hand survived the same threats that shaped the modern state: Mongol raids, Ottoman wars, Nazi confiscation, and communist bans. After a millennium of wandering, it finally reached a fortress built specifically to hold it. Today, St. Stephen's is a working co-cathedral, integrated into the life of the square outside its doors. Its cavernous nave provides the acoustics for a 6,500-pipe organ, one of the largest in Hungary, which is still used for regular evening concerts. Every August 20th, the mummified hand is removed from its shrine and carried through the streets in a massive public procession. The event brings thousands to the square, turning a religious ritual into a national celebration. St. Stephen's Basilica stands as a testament to resilience, a space where the architecture of the present is built directly upon the wreckage and the survival of the past.